far? Are you happy with the tour?
Yes. Well, our tour ends today, and that was
okay.
the last show. So we've been here since the April 13th we got here. And then we had rehearsals for 10 days, and then we started the tour. So it was a lot of shows and a lot of time, but we're finally done, and we're going to come back hopefully next year in March to do the new album tour.
Okay.
So.
How long have you been on tour all your life? Did you make any breaks?
All my life, I pretty much started touring, I guess I became a professional musician in 1973. In Mexico City, I played there. When I was living there, I had to join the union. So technically, I was a professional. And I played in Mexico on television and different places. And I met a woman in Mexico City, and she was married to Mark Bolan. You know T-Rex?
T-Rex, yeah. Mark Bolan, I love him, yeah.
Yeah. And she saw me perform, and she said, I work for Pink Floyd, I work for Elton John, Bad Company. She said, and I'm going to Los Angeles. And she said, you need to come with me. You should not be here. So I went with her, and that was the beginning of my career.
Okay.
I was 19 when I did that.
Cool.
So then maybe I was 18 or 19, I can't remember exactly. But then that's when I started performing. And in 1975, 1978 or 7, I started a punk band. And we got known real quick. And so from 1978 or 7, I started touring. And I never stopped until COVID.
Okay. Yeah.
Every year I toured since then. So. And this is the first time I stopped. Okay. I thought my career was over because I thought I'll never tour again. COVID's going to go on for a long time. It went on. For me, 5 years, we canceled 5 tours. And I thought, I'm 70 years old. I didn't think, we would still tour, but I started writing again, and then COVID got better, and now I'm touring. So this is the first tour in 5 years. So.
It finally worked out again.
Yeah, I thought I'd never play again, but I'm glad because I'm very happy.
I think a lot of bands are just thought this.
Yeah, a lot of bands go through that.
So now between the times then to now, what does playing live mean to you? Is it kind of ceremony where you give emotions and get emotions?
Yeah, it's kind of, that's interesting. Yeah, it is like a trance or something. I kind of don't remember what I'm doing. I just do it, and then I feel sometimes that I don't remember the show because I'm so involved in it. Sometimes you don't have those kind of shows, but like tonight I got lost, I made mistakes, but it didn't even bother me because it was the overall picture of the thing.
The whole.
And the audience was so great.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. My gum fell out. I stepped on I couldn't find my gum, and then I stepped on it. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, well, who cares? Anyway.
So every show is unique.
Yes. Yeah.
What about the rockstar dream in 2025? What compromises do young musicians and artists have to make a living from their art? And music?
Yeah, I think it's funny you say that because I was just thinking about an artist. You really should be able to, be financed like in the old days, like painters or artists or. Mozart would be paid by the, king or whatever. And he would, I don't think a lot of artists now are focused on money. They need money. And everybody needs money. But I think the government should be more involved with culture and finance people who have a gift. And they don't have to think about the money. They can think about creating. And I like my business. I do it myself, but it's my family. So one part does the finance, one part does the, promotion, and then I don't want to think about the money. So I don't want to know really. I just want to perform because that's what I do, and I'm not good at money. I'm not good at management. I'm not good at those things. So that's the most important thing, is to find a team or a family that you trust to help you so you can focus on your music or your art or your writing. This way because that's what you're good at.
That's it.
Right? That's what you want. You want to create. So it's nice when you find people you trust. And this was very hard, and it's hard for everybody, because there are a lot of people that when a lot of money starts coming in, they get greedy.
Mm.
And it happens a lot, unfortunately. I had 28 managers till I finally said, no more managers.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the freedom an artist needs, I think.
Yeah. Family is good, because even though they might do something, they're your family.
Yeah.
You what? You know what I mean? So it's okay.
About this song, you know which song I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You wrote and released After Dark back in, is it true, 87? First?
81.
81, actually.
Mm-hmm. I wrote that song in 1981 with Stevie. It was the first song I wrote with Stevie.
Mm-hmm.
And then we tried different recordings of it. And then that was just a coincidence. Many years later, I was playing this song. As a matter of fact, one of my bands, the Cruzados, our album was called After Dark.
Yeah, but the song was on it. Actually.
It was not on it because it wasn't good enough for me. I didn't like the recording. But everyone thought that was going to be the single, including Clive Davis. But then I didn't like it. We didn't put it on the record, but we liked the title of the album, so we kept it. And then, I don't know how many, 20 years later or something, I'm doing the music for a film that Robert directed, Desperado. And in our break, we were mixing the music, because I did also the score, part of it. And I was playing a guitar that he had sitting there. And he heard the song, and he said, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, it's an old song that I had." And he goes, "Play it again." And he taped me. And he said, "Is that about a vampire?" I said, "Yeah, it is." And he said, "You're fucking kidding me. I'm just working on a movie with Quentin about vampires."
That's fake.
So he called me that night, and he went over to Quentin, and he played it for him. And then him and Quentin wrote a scene in the movie that wasn't in the movie. Mm-hmm. And that was us playing After Dark with Salma dancing. That happened because I played that song, or it wouldn't have been in the movie. It would have. They had a jukebox in the movie, and that's how they had the music in the bar, in the titty twister. Mm-hmm. But then once he heard the song, he put the band in the movie, and Salma danced because she wasn't going to do that. So it was kind of a happy coincidence. Yeah. And many years later, and the version we cut with Robert. So it was specific to the film, and that was nice to do. That was fun to do.
The rest is history now.
Yeah,
almost 40 years from now.
Yeah, thank you, Salma. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Salma. And after that, was this after a couple of albums, I think, was it a conscious decision that Tarantula became a band of choosing members? Did you came into that?
Well, the band started as Tito and Friends. And I had the Cruzados, which was my other band that I was on Arista Records. We broke up. That was like 1990 or something. Anyway, so I started playing in clubs as my friends would come and we would jam. And I wrote a lot of songs. And then a friend of mine, Charlie Midnight, who I wrote songs with, he said, "You need a name. You should call it something like Tito and Tarantula." And I said, "Oh, I like that." So I called it that. And we did a lot of movies, actually, before Robert, as Tito and Tarantula. We were in many other films, like 7 films. I did scores, I wrote, so we already had the name. When I met Robert for the first time. How many? 5 minutes?
Yeah. I'm just kind of reminding him, let's not get it too long.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
So I'll wrap it up quick. I met Robert when he was 19. He was a fan of my Cruzados, the band. And then we were already Tarantula. So it was just a coincidence that Quentin Tarantino, a lot of people thought we were Tarantula because of Tarantino. But we were around way before that happened.
Yeah.
And I knew Quentin Tarantino different from Robert. I knew him because he was an actor. And he worked on a film as an actor that I did the music for. And that's how I met him. And he was a big fan of a movie I did the music for called Repo Man.
Ah, yeah.
And he, you know the suitcase in Pulp Fiction with the light?
Yeah.
If you go and see Repo Man, that's what goes on through the whole movie. It's the same little briefcase, and you open it. Because in Pulp Fiction, you never see what's inside. And in Repo Man, you never see what's inside either. So he took this kind of idea from this movie idea.
That's a good clue.
10, 20 years before. Yeah.
Good. Now, since Back Into Darkness, the gap between your studio albums is getting a little more bigger than usual. You still love going into the studio and write on new materials?
Yeah, which is what we've been doing for the last year. We have all new songs, and we played one tonight. That's a big part of it, is the creative ideas. That's the fun part. Because you get to develop this idea, and it never turns out. Sometimes you write a song and it's the way it is, but most of the time you rewrite it. At least I do, and I like doing that because I take the little fat out and trim it, and then I get it right where I want it. So it's fun, and I write with my daughter.
Yes,
she and I write together.
Has it always been that way that you could work with your daughter, or was it something that you have to change in your personal life to be a father and working musician?
Well, when she was a baby, she was already singing and writing. She would make up songs, and I even recorded a Christmas album that she sang on when she was 5 years old. And then when she was about 9 or 10, I heard her in her room writing a song. And I remembered this song, and it was called "Come Out Clean." And then and she wrote that when she was like 9. She just wrote this lyric, and then I said I want to record that, and she didn't want me to do that because I changed it, and she was mad at me and all that. But then later we started to write together. I said, I'm sorry I changed it, I hope you're not too unhappy. Her version is very different, and it's really beautiful. And then she started, going to film school, and one time she came on tour, and our bass player quit. She got married, and she missed her husband, and I said, fuck, we have 2 days, we have a big tour, and I said, we gotta find a bass player. And me and Marcus was there, and Lolita was visiting us from school. And Lola said, I know all the songs. And I said, what? She goes, yeah, I've been listening to those songs my whole life. And Marcus said, well, let's play. Let's see how many songs you know. She knew all of them. That was it. She was in the band.
That's family.
Yeah. But I didn't know she knew. I was like, what are you talking about? Because she plays bass in the orchestra upright, in the classical music. Yeah. So anyway, that's how she got in the band. And then we started even writing more together,
But that's a gift. You can make music with your family.
It is a gift. And if you could, have a dream, that's a good dream. Yeah. Because those are the people you love and you trust them, and that's important.
Could we do the last question, because I must hurry up?
Yes, yeah.
I make it just a fast round. You say one sentence. I ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is there still room for true love in this world?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. How's your relationship to Germany?
My relationship goes deep because my father, his grandfather, great grandfather. Yeah, his grandfather was German. Bombach was his name.
Wombach.
Bombach. And he was from Bonn.
From Bonn, okay. It's near here. So,
yeah.
What is your favorite food from Germany?
I have to say, there's this soup. It's a soup that has a big ball inside. And it's like made of meat. Liver, I think.
Leberknödel. Okay, it's from Munich actually, I think.
I had it in
Bavaria.
Munich.
Yeah.
I had it in Munich. Yeah. And it was unbelievable. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Tasty.
And I can't find it. I have to go to Munich?
Yeah, but you can also get it prepared in the stores, but it's nothing compared to the original.
Oh, right. Yeah, I had it in like a beer garden.
It's
in Munich. And then I love, currywurst and all that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. What do you do on a day off when you are alone and you want to relax?
You mean on tour or at home?
At home.
At home, I usually watch basketball. I swim. I have a little pool. I like to swim. And it's so hot in Texas. Now I live in Texas. I don't live in Hollywood anymore.
Okay.
But that's what I do.
Is there something you shouldn't do, but you do anyway?
Don't go to the dentist.
Okay.
Time?
Yeah, pretty much at time. Yeah, because the bus will be coming soon.
Oh, okay.
Last question. Your life as a biopic.
As a bio what?
A biopicture, a movie. Your life as a career as a movie would be like.
If it was, I'd be like a biography of me. I don't know. Maybe some sort of criminal. Pancho Villa or something.
Could you guess who would play the leading role and who would direct it?
Who would play me?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard question. Well, all the Mexican actors, they're too short.
Oh, man, Danny Trejo?
Oh, Danny, yeah. He's too old now. He's even older than me. I'm 70. He's like 85 or something.
Okay.
He's an old man.
So my last question, short answer, please, if you like. What would you change? What would change this world for better?
Get rid of all the guns and weapons. We don't really need them. I mean, we spend I don't know how many billions of dollars every year on weapons.
Yeah.
Why? Because we sell them. We use them. If we didn't spend that money, we could feed the fucking world. I don't know. It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
To me, it's common sense.
That's a good word for the end.